Well, yesterday, the world took time off to create awareness against human trafficking. The issue is prevalent in Africa, where even children and women are trafficked and in most cases forced into labor. Here on The Pulse today, we're joining the global effort to end the barbaric crime which has destroyed the lives of fellow human beings. We'll be joined by Princess Okansi, who is a leading advocate in Africa. More from her shortly. First, a report by Maxwell Agbagba looking at child trafficking in the eastern region of Ghana. He visited the lakeside in late last year.
Lake Volta has a booming fishing industry, a source of livelihood for many who live along its banks, but also a source of pain and anguish for many children who are taken from different places in Ghana to work as child slaves.
We're on a boat right now from Tepa, Abotuase, heading to one of the island communities around Afram Plains. Well, ahead of me, we have two boats. There's another one behind, and then another speedboat, all going for this rescue mission. So it's my first time on a boat like this. It promises already to be adventurous.
The trip to the island community of Edrakota was like a journey to eternity. Police say they had done extensive work prior to the rescue mission. After many days of investigations, they say 24 children and 11 boat owners were identified. The personnel arrived in the community knowing who they were going after.
Noted.
They all had copies of a booklet which had images of the suspected trafficked children and traffickers. 9 boat owners who were uncovered by undercover investigations were arrested.
Operation Ablode is still ongoing here at Edrakota, a community at the banks of the Volta Lake. What is ongoing behind me now is interrogation by the Criminal Investigations Department. The suspects are here, but surprisingly, all the children in the community have gone missing. The only people here on the banks of the river are women and men. We can't find the children.
The team will later learn the community had prior information. According to Deputy Public Relations Officer of the Eastern Regional Police, Francis Gomado, the boat owners hid the children in their rooms, adjoining communities and the bush.
And when I was probing further to know the reason why we could not meet the children, it was clear from the chief's own words that he was even telling the people that they should let the children come so that we have interview with them. Those that are supposed to be helped will help them. But they didn't listen. We have it in mind that we don't want to antagonize anybody.
It is 4:33 a.m. right now, and what is happening behind me, we have the arrival of some of the suspected trafficked children. After many hours of interrogation by the Criminal Investigations Department, we've had these children arriving here, and the rest of the process will continue.
Well, just yesterday, police in the northern region said that they had arrested 2 persons alleged to be trafficking children or engaged in child trafficking offences. 45-year-old Kweku Menu and his accomplice Joshua Nkambeye, all natives of Zabzugu, were said to be trafficking 11 children and a male adult of 20 years from the Zabzugu district of the northern region. They were headed towards Kumasi through the western north region. So, how do we stop practices like these? I'm joined by Princess Okansi. She's a member of the African Union Labour Migration Advisory Committee, also the founder of Necotech Center for Labour Migration Diplomacy. And she's joining us via Zoom. Thank you very much, Doc, for joining us. Now, let's begin with how bad the situation of human trafficking has been. First of all, I trust that the program went okay?
Yes, it did, yeah. Were on Zoom yesterday with several organizations, the End Deadly Work Coalition in the US, and several other stakeholders in the fight against human trafficking.
So, from your perspective, once again, we're broadening the conversation, looking at how bad you think the situation of human trafficking has been in the couple of years, the past couple of years.
All right. It's the second most heinous crime in the world. And there are many organizations today that are committed and have devoted themselves just to fight this crime. The U.S. Somehow is leading in the amount of trafficking. The trafficking is internal as well as it is external. It's a $150 billion industry, and from anywhere from Africa to Europe, through the Mediterranean, as you know, over there across the Sahara, and also to the Middle Eastern countries, and then within the U.S. itself also they have traffic. It's pretty much in every country. It manifests itself in terms of sex exploitation, forced labor, or debt bondage. And those are the three key systems that are used for trafficking.
Well, you recently held a program, and I believe that it's all part of the awareness creation. To what extent does the awareness creation, you think, target the right people, especially those in authority, to do things that serve as deterrent for other people who intend to engage in child trafficking or human trafficking, so to speak?
We have included, I'm also chairperson for the UNYA Ghana. And so we're trying to work with the youth. We have about 275 shadow ministers. We're trying to get the youth to also get involved, apart from the work that we also do at the African Union level. We need to have the opinion leaders and those in the policy areas to completely understand the mechanisms that are used for human trafficking. We also need to have, say, NCCE, the community itself. We must start the warfare from the homes so that parents even know what it is, to educate their children to understand when they're being trafficked, all the way through to the community, and then to the region, and then national, and then continental and global. So at all levels, we have to fight this war. But the people in leadership positions must there's a lot of awareness has to be created. We are asking communities to have dialogues and have a dialogue between the community and the leaders about, the consequences and how the human trafficking is done. Most of the time it's very subtle. And so people don't even know that's what is happening until it has actually happened already. So the community level, and then coming into on the country scale, making sure that our laws and our policies are shaped in such a way that trafficking will not survive.
Hopefully it won't. But what are your thoughts going forward? I mean, we're in 2021. If there's anything to go by in terms of resolutions in that front, fighting human trafficking, what should be our goal, for example, this year as we wrap up?
The first thing is awareness. We have a partnership now with GI Forum, which is Journalists International Forum, which is for about 300 journalists in Ghana and in Nigeria and along the west coast of Africa, who have come together to make sure that the media is very well informed about the issues on human trafficking. And I believe that media has an important role to play, and I want to congratulate Joy FM for holding this program today, because once the word is out and people understand and know what to look for, it will be the first big step. We have a summit coming up on February 25th to 26th. We're looking for more advocates against human trafficking. We want to build them in every single constituency in this nation. Apart from what the government is doing, we believe that the civil society must also play a role to assist government's efforts to ensure that in each constituency and each community, human trafficking is stamped out. So our goal for this year is to put these advocates into every single community. And so we are reaching out to everybody who's out there today. And if you're under the sound of my voice and you would like to be part of this movement to stop human trafficking in its tracks in this country and across the West African area and the ECOWAS area, please do reach out to us. We have a site that they can go to called joinenddeadlywork.com.
Can you go over that again?
Yes, it's join.enddeadlywork. So it's JOIN join.enddeadlywork.com. So end END and then deadly DEADLY work WORK.com. So it's join.enddeadlywork.com. Join.enddeadlywork.com.
Great. All right. Well, if there's anything else you'd like to add in 30 seconds as we wrap up, we'll take it. Otherwise, that's it for me. And hopefully we'll do a better job at protecting people from human trafficking this year.
I just want to reiterate again that we have the summit coming up. We're asking all anti-human trafficking advocates to get on board with us, and let's join hands and put a stop to this menace. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time as well. That's Dr. Princess Okansi. She is an immigration advocate. Well, she advocates for people, not just for people to travel, but for people to travel the right way, and also stands against human trafficking.